Hello students, welcome to the class. I am Yogita. Our subject is psychology for nurses, and today we are going to learn about theories of forgetting. Now definitely before that, let us have a look on forgetting. Forgetting is nothing but that what you learned previously you are not able to recall. Any past experience, any past information, any past what happened in your past, you are not able to recall that. You are not able to reproduce that idea. Such condition called as forgetting. Now, there are a lot of theories which really explain you this forgetting. Now, here today we will study main four theories: faulty memory loss theory of forgetting, decay theory of forgetting, repression theory of forgetting, and interference theory of forgetting. Done? Yes. Now, the first one is faulty memory loss theory. Now, according to this, faulty memory impairment, it happens when there is no proper encoding of memory. When there is a defect in a sensory channel, the encoding of information will not take place. That will disturb your perception, that will disturb your memorization. Now here, because of any faulty or because of any defect in sensory channels, the short term memory will not process. There will be a difficulty in the processing of short term memory, as well as or else there will be a too much of information in short term memory, and that will be lost because of this faulty encoding and because of short term memory is not processing. Or else short term memory is good, but there is no proper rehearsal and practice. Because of that, the short term memory information will not move to the long term memory. Because of that also, you are not able to recall. Now definitely sense organs are really important to perceive the things and make you to understand, so that you will have a better picturization of your content and that memory will be stored. Now when there is a defect in that, that will really interference with your memory, so that lead you to forget the things. So this is what called a faulty memory loss theory. Next, decay theory. Now many psychologists said that time is a cause for this forgetting. You forget the things as you go with the time. Now, this theory is also said like given a cause, like what's the natural forgetting happen, how this natural forgetting happen, that also explained with the help of decay theory. And they also called this decay theory as trace decay theory, because whenever you learn anything, some neurological changes take place in your brain, and it will leave a trace in your brain, some memory traces in your brain. You learn something, that trace has left in your brain. Now what happened, this trace, you learn one thing, you learn second thing, you learn third thing, so like this one by one these traits are going to accumulate. And whenever you don't use that traits, or whenever you didn't recall what you learned past, or you made a disuse, in such cases these memory traces will get fade. It get weaker, then finally it fade away. You're not making use of that. Then that memory traces, memory impression, whatever you had in your mind, that will become weaker, and one day you're not able to recall that. Now this happens along with the time, so this is called trace decay theory. And some extent, this theory also said it's a failure, because if you see, like some things what we learned in our childhood, we are able to recall that even if you're not using that, even if you're not using. Like for example, you learned bicycle when you're very small. Even now, see, I know to ride bicycle. I learned it when I was in 6th or 7th standard, and afterwards, now recently 10 years I have not taken any ride in bicycle. But if you give me a bicycle, I'm very sure that I know to ride that. I'm able to ride, but it will not be that perfect, but I'm able to ride. See, such examples will get some failure clause in this decay theory. And but in long term memory, what happened, that will interferes, but it can be easily applied to a short term memory loss, where they're not able to recall, then that memory get lost. So this is explained in trace decay theory. Okay. Next, third one is repression theory. Now, this repression theory is given by famous psychologist Sigmund Freud from his school of analytic. So, psychoanalytical school, he has proposed this theory. Now, repression is one of the defense mechanism where we will use to protect ourselves, protect our mental capacity, protect ourselves from certain trauma, psychological trauma that will help us. Now, here, according to repression theory, the individual who has encountered any kind of severe kind of traumatic incidents or painful situation, a very bad experience which will really disturb them, so such memories are selected and that has pushed into the unconscious stage which the individual don't want to recall that. Now that is called a repression theory of forgetting. For example, maybe a girl who met with a very bad accident, traumatic accident. In that accident, she lost her father, and that nightmare, traumatic fear she had in her heart, and that really bothers her. So now she's selecting that event, what happened in her life, that the traumatic event of road traffic accident. She's selecting that event and she's trying to forget that. She don't want to recall that. She don't want to talk about that. She is trying to forget and she is pushing such memories into a unconscious stage where she is not able to recall that after certain years of time or certain times. So this is called repression theory of forgetting. Okay. The last one is interference theory. Now it means a mechanism of interference that will disturb your memory, that will lead you to forgetting. For example, like when you study many subjects at a time, when you don't give rest to yourself, when you don't give a pause to your mind get confused and this organization of content will not take place properly. When there is no proper organization, when there is no proper practice, when there is no proper rehearsal, this interference of content will take place and you are not able to recall that. So this is called interference theory of forgetting. I'll give you an example. Okay, you studied anatomy. Once you're done with that, without giving a pause, you studied physiology. But now, when you're recalling this anatomy, physiology interferes that. You're not able to recall that anatomy because this physiology, what you studied, what you learned, that will disturb you. So this is called interference theory. So that will get mixed with your subject, what you learned, and you're not able to recall that. Okay, so this is called interference theory of forgetting. So students, I hope you understood. See, I'm going to summarize. We learned a theories of forgetting. Mainly 4 theories. Faulty memory loss. That means there is no proper encoding because of sensory channel defect and you're not able to store the memory and you're not able to recall. Trace decay theory of forgetting. Time will help you to forget the things and whatever you learned, that will form a memory trace in your brain. When you're not using that memory traces, when you don't recall, then definitely along with the time that will say tata bye bye to you. So again, you're not able to recall, you'll forget. Repression theory, many times you don't want to recall anything, some painful incident, traumatic situation, purposely you want to select and you want to forget. And whenever you're having a severe emotional experience like excessive fear and anxiety also, you're not able to react, you're not able to recall because whatever you learned, that will push into your unconscious memory. So this is called repression theory of forgetting. The last one is interference theory. Is a mechanism of interference that will interfere in between whenever you had any learning or whenever you had anything what you studied without any rest or pause or gap. So that will disturb your memory. So this is all about theory of forgetting. So now I say keep reading, keep watching. I'll see you in the next class with a new concept. Take care of yourself. Thank you all.